Alright, so, the first thing that we're gonna build set-wise is the Jane Goodall Tribute. I think it's still available for a little bit longer with pretty big purchases. But before we do that, we're gonna do something else. And there's gonna be an opportunity to win more hams. So, I have multiple minifig packs. I'm just going to sort these out, or shuffle these up a little bit. And let's take this one. Alright. So, I'm going to do a little prediction to see if I can figure out what is inside that. I actually kind of need an image of everything, which I did forget to pull up. So I've got some Stellaris music playing in the background as well. That's just going to run for a bit. Yes, Auld hands. The shadows aren't too bad, but the light is going to get a little bit reflecty on some of the stuff. I need to get like more diffuse light, I think. That would be that'd be nice. First time in a decade, at least with regards to streaming. Some people have seen them before on other things. So, let's see. Minifig series, what is that? 22. And, oops, I have something else. It's been sitting around for a while. Series 5. I haven't opened any of these yet. So, let's just pull one out. And we're going to build 2 of these first. I got a case like 10 years ago, and I have not built those. You're hoping for a face cam? Not yet. This is all about the Lego. So we'll do that first. Alright, let me pull up an image of what we've got for this series. Alright, so let me know how the music is compared to my voice. Hopefully not too loud. Just kind of like soft in the background kind of thing. And I'm going to start a prediction. So we have a yes and a no. And I'm going to give it 2 minutes. Alright, so you can go ahead and win extra hams. We are going to start with the Series 22. And you can start wagering your hams, figure out what is inside. Also, I just noticed that the packs are a little bit bigger. Soft in the background is what it is. That is exactly what I wanted. Ham-handed. Ham-handed, huh? Hopefully they're not hammy. So I'm going to run 2 predictions, one for each of the things. Oh, no, it's not you guessing what's inside. It's can I guess? Can I figure out what minifig is going to be inside each of these? Although I'm going to do 2 different predictions. Ah, Batsko Screech going for the no. Ah. That's an opportunity to get more hams. Auld is only a hand and voice and hams. One Lego minifigure, mini personage, minifigura. Should you bet all 162k? Sure. Well, it's a little late now. Alright. Go big or go home. So let's go ahead and move that one off to the side. Alright, so... and get that picture up so I can see. Alright, so the big key is you gotta feel for the pieces. Alright, right there, that's the base piece. That's the plate. There are 16, I believe. 12 to collect. That's what it says on this one. Yeah, and it doesn't have all of them on the packet. Alright. There is something kind of large here. Is it smooth? Nope, that's two different pieces. Okay. I think that's the head. I got the little instruction booklet. Okay, these are two different pieces. Okay, there's a hole there. There's a little pointy bit there. I almost want to say it's this pepper person, but it doesn't quite feel that way. It might be one of these, no, it doesn't feel quite that shape. There's something else here. Pointy bits, yes, in your Lego. Perfect for stepping on. I'm less familiar with what is in this release, unfortunately. Alright. That does not feel like... certainly not the torso right here. There is something feels kind of triangular here. It helps to find, like, a specific piece. And... yeah, I am not sure. I'm not sure what this is right here. What else do we have in here? I mean, I can rule out some of these. There's one with a little pony. It is definitely not that. You don't think you've ever seen these packs before? Yeah, they've been doing it for quite a while. And Farron subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Alright, I need to just make a decision. I think it is... what is that piece? That feels like a garbage can. That is throwing me off. That feels like a garbage can right there, and I don't see one of those in the picture. Hold on a second. Let me check another picture. See if there is something throwing me off. Yeah, okay. I was not seeing it on the picture. All right. I'm guessing it is the raccoon girl. And 200 bits from Kichikun and 100 bits from Batsko Screech. Thank you very much. Does Ald even know all the possible figs? Not by heart. Not with this set. All right. It is. I'm guessing it's the raccoon girl. Get out there. Come on, get... you do... oh. Interesting. I was not expecting there to be another bag inside. it helps to see all the pieces. Yep. That is the raccoon girl right there. Alright, so we got the full thing. So, I was right. And let me go ahead and complete that prediction. I was able to guess. Complete that prediction. There we go. So, some people are getting some extra points. Oh. So, I have not opened up any of these from this set yet. Everyone won like 5 points. Ald was right, there's a first time for everything. Excuse me. Alright, so, let's move the pieces to the side to smooth that out. So you guys can look at those. Alright, let's go ahead and build it. We've got our little raccoon girl. Actually, there is a tail piece. That is really soft. That is really soft rubber there. So for this, I might need to build a little closer. You like the setup, at least how it looks on this end? That's good. Did I see they're making a Back to the Future set? Yes. They'd actually had a different one earlier. Was not quite as good. Alright, that's a little shiny. X-Gemini, thank you for the bits there. And then there's the little stand. It comes with some hair so that she can take off her mask, wear her hair. I do have the autofocus on, so hopefully that'll come out. And a little garbage bag that comes in, I think, red in some Santa sets, and a green trash can, although has no lid. This is actually... So, an interesting thing, this is a different design than the original one. Let me tell you, I'm a little obsessed with these Lego trash can pieces. A regular 2x2 radar dish fits right on the lid there. Right on the top for the lid. The base is the same, but this lip here is thicker. Can't actually remember if... Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a lip. But it's a lot thicker on this. And I think the old one had, rather than 4 prongs, it just had 2 wider prongs. So that's kind of interesting. Does this attachment come from Stardew Valley? Hopefully it'll have some trash bread. Oh, I should... Oh, does one of the sets that I have over here have some bread in it? That's a good question. That is a good question. Alright, so she is going to go right up there for now. So that's what we have for these minifigs. And it does have building instructions. Not that we need them for this, for a minifig. Sorry about the reflection. I do need to get some more diffuse light. So basically, what you want to look for, like if you're picking these up at a store, there's a 2x2 radar dish that would fit on the lid of the trash can. What you kind of want to do is feel for specific parts. If there's like a specific one that you want to look for, back in your days you just used a barrel with a lid. Like this this pepper piece should feel pretty unique. The loot, the dog, the pony, that recumbent bike thing. Those would be good indicators of what's in that one. That would be pretty easy to find. Let's go ahead and fold that back up. So if you're ever looking for something specific and you're at a store that has the Lego minifigs, that's basically what you want to do. Is you just want to try and feel them up, see if you can get what you want. It's not a bike. It's like a recumbent wheelchair bike thing. So that's that one. Chuck that down there. And so you can look at, here we go, on this one I'm going to start another prediction. And I am going to reuse that one. Okay, so can I guess what is inside this one? Feel them up, see if you can get what you want. Yeah, exactly. You know? Just fondle the bags a little bit, you know? Which I'm not going to do yet. So in this, you've got, like, the dinosaur costume. That'd be reasonably easy to identify. The Cleopatra lady is pretty easy to identify. The snowboarder guy is pretty easy to identify. But I haven't touched this one yet, so I don't know what is inside. So we've got about a minute to go for the prediction. No fondling anything, Ald? We want to keep the stream family friendly? Oh, I'm going to fondle this thing so much. What's the box for? Not a rogue AI, so you can see what minifigs there are possibly. And so I can see what minifigs there are possibly. See, I have this one. It's Series 5. The one that I just put together is Series 22? I think it was. Of course, I chucked it. Yeah, Series 22. So I kind of forgot that I had a box that I hadn't opened yet. I was doing some cleaning, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't open all of these. And the hype train is done. Emotes are being shared out. Oh no, this is rated L for Lego. Gratuitous amounts of Lego. Is the assembly reward one, what does it say? Oh, it might have cut off. I'll look at it after the stream. I did that, like, right before the start. Alright, so, alright, well, there is the instruction thing, so I need to, let's flip this over. That is the legs right there. I can feel those. So I know it's not the Cleopatra because she does not have legs. That is the torso. The legs are articulated, so it's not the dwarf. It's not the clown. Can't tell with some of these others, but I'm pretty sure all these others have regular legs. Yeah, the Cleopatra lady doesn't have legs. Yeah. She has a dress piece. Yeah, that's the torso. I don't feel anything unusual, so I don't think it's the boxer. Can we get the head piece, the hat or helmet? Feels smooth-ish. That's the plate piece. Alright, let me move this to the side so I can feel this a little bit better. Okay. Alright. It's the snowboarder. Let's find out. That's what I'm going with. Everyone knows that if you want to wear a dress, you gotta chop your legs off? Yeah, pretty much. Alright, I need scissors. Where are my scissors? Ah. Scissors. Let's get this off. So basically, I'll start out with every stream building like 2 of these. One from the old set, one from the new one. Yep, the snowboarder. Trash that. Alright, let's go ahead and complete that prediction. Choose the outcome. And that was a yes. I got that one right. Plastic wrapper has immunity to normal weapons. It has immunity to my hands. So this is what the older style instruction booklets looked like. Quite a bit plainer. And there were more minifigs. Now there's 16. There used to be 16. Now there's only 12. So that's kind of interesting. No, your hams. See, you gotta have faith in me. But in this set, there's a really nice this gladiator. The Cleopatra's nice. So here, let's see if I can get this up there and not reflect the light. So you can see she doesn't have legs. See? She has a slope piece as a dress. And we're gonna get more of these monkeys. Well, chimpanzees, really. They're not monkeys. So, there's some pretty good ones in those. Let's toss that over there. I don't need that. Alright, let's go ahead and build this guy. Get his hands correct side up. Alright, so this is you're gonna get some crucial Lego information here. The hands, it's up when the high part is there. So if you do this, that's actually someone twisting their hand around upside down. So always remember, if you see someone putting a minifig like this, yeah, that minifig is going to have some serious wrist pain. You're hoping betting against everyone would net you a lot of hams. There we go, and we can put him on his. Let's not get so much reflection there. There we go. Turn his head so he's actually looking in the right direction. There we go. I will move my scissors, because I do not need those anymore. Alright, so that is the 2 minifig sets that we're going to start with. Next, we've got you can see the image right over there of the set that we're going to build, and I'm going to swap in the pictures for the other ones. This is the Jane Goodall Tribute. It was free with purchases over a certain amount, so I got 2 by splitting up a purchase. Because, of course, you know, offer me free Lego, I'm going to try to get as much of that free Lego as possible. Let's go ahead and move that box back there. There's a pretty hefty instruction booklet. It does have a sticker that I am not going to put on. This is really making you want to head to the Lego store? I'm kind of sorry, but at the same time, I want to encourage it. So I actually have the instructions in a PDF form so that I can look at it on a screen. Keep on it in the box and use the other set. This could be worth money someday, maybe. Legos for building. Legos for building. So the instruction book has description and has it in 3 languages, I think. English, French, and Spanish. Yeah. Young Jane Goodall loved animals. She once hid in a hen house to find out how hens laid their eggs and made friends with a dog named Rusty. Jane wanted to travel to Africa, learn about animals, and write books about them. When a school friend invited her to Kenya, she worked as a waitress to save the cost of her fare and travel by ship. In Kenya, she met Dr. Louis Leakey, a paleoanthropologist, who was impressed by all she had learned and asked her to go to Tanzania to study the wild chimpanzees in the forests of Gombe. In July 1960, Jane's mother, Van, I have no idea how that's actually pronounced, Vanne, traveled with her as the British government didn't think it was safe for a young girl to be alone in such a remote place. They lived in a simple tent with just a plate, a mug, and an old-fashioned typewriter. It took lots of patience before the chimpanzees would let Jane get close. They had never seen a white ape before and ran away. After several months, by wearing the same clothes, quietly watching and taking notes in her notebook, she gained their trust. The chimpanzee she named David Greybeard lost his fear and let Jane come close. It was so exciting. When Jane first went to Gombe, she didn't have a degree, so later, when studying for a PhD at Cambridge University, her professors were unhappy that she had given the chimpanzees names and not numbers. Jane Goodall worked in Gombe until 1986, learning about chimpanzee family units, that they are like us, they kiss, embrace, make and use tools, and we are still learning new things about them more than 60 years later. Then Jane Goodall realized that the chimpanzees were losing their homes, the forests were vanishing, they were being hunted for bushmeat and taken as pets. She left the forest she loved and began to travel the world talking about the plight facing chimpanzees in the wild and in captivity. She saw that around Gombe the people needed help, and that there was no point in conserving the chimpanzees if she wasn't also helping the local human community. And so the Take Care program began. The local people are now the program's partners in conservation and helped protect the wild chimpanzees. Jane knew that young people wanted to help solve the problems they saw but didn't know where to begin. In 1991, she started the global humanitarian and environmental program Roots and Shoots. Roots and Shoots empowers young people of all ages to become involved in hands-on programs. Hey, hands-on. For the community, animals, and the environment. You and your friends can join Roots and Shoots and help make the world a better place. Jane Goodall has written many books for children and adults, has been featured in films and documentaries, and received many awards. She is an ethologist, founder of the Jane Goodall Institute, and a United Nations Messenger of Peace. You can learn more about her work at www.janegoodall.global and www.rootsandshoots.global. Alright, so, let's just toss that on the floor for now. Alright, so I have a few little cups here to hold some pieces in. So let's go ahead and open up the sets. I'll move the minifigs off there now. Alright, let's see. It should hold these larger ones in. They have Lego kits that are cars, yeah. Oh, Mad Martin, you should, if you didn't see the DeLorean, the Back to the Future DeLorean on the Discord, you should take a look at that. So just for ease of figuring out where pieces are, we'll be putting them in these little cups here. You drive a Mustang, so you definitely want that set. Wow, there you go. I have the earlier VW bus, and it's nice. I need to get the new one. The newer one. I want the Vespa, too. So one thing about this set, and something that LEGO has been doing, is that they've been trying to get plant-based plastics for some pieces, and I believe these softer ones are the plant-based plastics that they're using now. They've always been kind of flexible. Alright, so let me get to the first step, and that's probably going to be building the minifig. Yeah. Alright, so there are her legs. Get the chimpanzees out. Which are 10-year-old pieces at this point. The plant-based plastics would be better for the environment, indeed. You have her hair. There's her torso. And here are the binoculars. I do not have her head, though. Where is her head? There's her head. Back order isn't too bad. You can put in an alert so that it'll send you an email when it's back in stock. That's what I did with the Titanic. Alright, so she has some binoculars. Actually, this is a time when you need to flip the hands around. Yeah, Lego's alerts are pretty good. So we'll go ahead and turn the head a little bit. There we go. Perfectly lined up with the binoculars. Get the hair back on, thank you. So she can be looking at the little chimpanzees. Not as much fun as the old Lego monkeys, which basically had 4 of these arms. Actually, let me make sure that these are all showing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay, that's on. I kind of want to get, like, I need to figure out, like, where the borders are for this. So, there we go. Yeah, alright. So I'll know at least that. I don't want to put stuff off camera that should be on camera. Alright, so we got our minifigs. What is the word above the goal? Alright, so it's, I'll go ahead and look into that, Zaka. Don't worry about it for now. It is, I do have a thing that should post it. There we go. I didn't look at it on the stream after I changed the goal, and apparently it doesn't like that, the amount of text I put in. So, is she checking out the snowboarder? She might be. She might be. Alright, let's see. So I need a 2x6. Get out these big pieces that I'm not going to need right now. I'm going to need these. And we'll get that later. Get one of these. So I suppose I could, like, put the instructions as, like, a really tiny thing on the stream screen. Because you can't see what I'm looking at with the instructions. So let me know what you guys think about that. And like, after the stream, definitely go onto the Discord and let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think could be improved with the process, that kind of thing. Another 2x6 there. And feel free to ask me questions about Lego. So Ald could categorize himself as ASMR now? I don't know, maybe. Alright, I need another one of these. I do like this blue shade. It's a really nice blue shade. Yeah, I'd probably need to whisper. Probably need to whisper. And then we take one of these curved pieces right here and makes a very smooth corner. It's very nice, very nice. I'm not going to do that. Does stepping on Lego hurt more than stepping on a D4? It depends entirely on the Lego piece. It really depends entirely on the Lego piece. Let me tell you, when I was a kid, I broke so many of the old Lego signs by stepping on them, it is not even funny. Alright, I need a 1x4. A green 1x4. Oh! Alright, this is a new piece. This is one that I don't have before. I have not gotten before. You can see that it's not the same size as that. It's the next one in, which is actually kind of disappointing. But it would fit in with... No, not that. My bad. This set does not have what that would fit with. Alright, that's unfortunate. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I've not had this piece before. Toss that out there. Ah, screw it. I don't need these in the buckets right now. Alright, I am looking for a 1x4 green. I think it's going to be that, but I'm not sure if it's the right shade. I will say this about the LEGO instructions these days. Oftentimes I look at it and the colors do not seem to match what they used to, and that is throwing me off. And that throws me off sometimes. Like, I will look at it and be like, oh, I need a dark gray piece there. No, you needed a black one there. Kind of thing. I don't know exactly what's going on with that. 1x2. Some 1x2 hinge bricks. The limits of color printing. Kinda. It just feels a little bit more like, I don't know. Some of it is just, they've decided different things. Super old pieces, these 1x2 hinge bricks. Yeah, kind of, I mean, I do appreciate that the instructions these days, like, it used to be that it was the Technic sets that had, on each step, what pieces you need. Let me pull up the instruction booklet and I'll show. Yeah, so it used to be that back in the 80s, this little section here that tells you what pieces you use in that step, they didn't have that for any of the regular sets like these. It was only the Technic sets that would have those. Back in the old days when we were young, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know about you. I'm still young. Alright, we got some white here, which is probably going to be hidden. There we go. And we need the beige ones. There they are. And the other white one. Everyone is young at heart. There we go. Back in the 80s, yeah, you weren't born yet. Oh, that's a way to feel old for the rest of us. On the upside, for you, it makes you feel young. You work with kids and they make you feel old. I can imagine. Put together your LEGO Airport monorail so many times you memorized it. Yeah, oh, that's the airport shuttle. Such a good set. I love that one. I'm so happy you got to build that one. I actually have the box for it still, although I kind of need to get rid of it. Got some tile pieces here. Need another gray 1x6 plate there. And I missed that one. I didn't get that one in there earlier. And still feels new. These little low slope pieces. The 1x1 types. Do we have any? Yeah, like this brown one here. Alternately, sometimes called chiclets, sometimes called cheese pieces. Alright, we got some of the blue coming in now. because there's a little bit of water on this set, which is pretty nice. 2x3 green. Yeah, like, to me, the green in the instruction manual... Alright, well actually, it's not too bad in the actual printed version. On my screen, it's a little bit lighter. The PDF. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. The pirate ship always looked awesome. Oh yeah. Oh, they're great. So what are the do's and don'ts of LEGO? The do is have fun. The don't is... don't just stick with the set if you want to build your own thing. I had a coworker, and I had to convince... I did manage to convince him... with regards to his son, well, don't super glue unless you're keeping it together permanently and it's like a display thing. It's okay if you are, but like he was trying to instill in his son. Now when you put the set together, take it apart and put it back in the box. Keep them all separate. And I'm like, no, let him, encourage him to explore and his creativity and do what he wants. And I did manage to convince him of that. The wisdom of just letting his son build what he wants, and especially if he comes to, if his son came to him, he was pretty young, he was like 7 or so. If his son comes to him and says, "Look, Dad, it's a robot," and he looks at it and is like, "That doesn't look like a robot to me," to go with it. Because that's what his son thinks it is, and that's the important thing. Get this 2x6 plate there. And this guy is the standard Lego blue. This is a lighter blue. I can't remember. There are so many colors of Lego now, I do not know what color that is specifically. I'd have to look it up. Your parents gave up on trying to make your brother and you pick up your room very quickly. You remember that story from my YouTube monthly updates? Yeah, it's one of the ones that, well, I mean, it's like any time you feel like you've done something right. Because, I mean, he's a parent. And you don't want to necessarily tell a parent what to do about with their kids and stuff like that, but, it still is like, it just feels good. No, it's not sky blue. It might be azure or light azure blue. I don't know. They have some weird part color names. This is stone gray, not light gray. And the reason it's not light gray is because they changed the light gray color some years back. So there's light gray, which you cannot get anymore, and this is stone gray. And this is not dark gray. This is dark stone gray. Because, again, they changed the colors for both of these. This is not brown. Yeah. I believe they changed the brown shade as well. So, like, all my old gray doesn't work with this gray quite the same anymore. I mean, it works just fine. It's just... definitely does look different. On the other hand, that can make for some interesting builds if you're trying to go for a variegated color lookout. Medium azure, probably. I mean, you could look up the set inventory for the Jane Goodall Tribute, set number 40530. Let me type that in. Is that right? That's right. Look up the part inventories, and they'll get the color correct. Start with some green here. Used to have a large tub almost full of Lego. You had to leave them in the house you grew up in when you moved. Oh, they're good. I mean, they're good. Like, Lego that is 40 years old is still just as good. Some parts can get discolored, but it depends on the part. Like, grays can, whites can. I got a tub of pieces from my former neighbor when I was a kid, and there was one 1x6 brick that is literally this color on one side because it was just left outside. But the parts will still hold unless they've gotten hot and melted. They'll be just fine. You know, color can be an issue. Some pieces can break, but they're unlikely to get brittle. ABS plastic is pretty nice. Medium Azure, yeah. So when can we expect the Flavian Amphitheater? When LEGO builds it. I would like to get the Colosseum, but it's also expensive. Alright, let's get one of these dark tan 1x1 plates. There we go. Another 2x6 plate there. Let's see. There we go. There's one of the dark gray. I'm unlikely to use the correct names all the time when referring to these. Oh, well, yeah, I just kind of assumed that someone might still be there or something. Yeah, if no one... I can see how that might prevent you from getting them. Let's see. Alright, that's going to be a regular green. With the 1x1s, you always got to make sure that they're lined up properly. Next goal, buy all the Colosseum. Well, that might come eventually, but right now, it's the Assembly Square. And one of the reasons why I want the Assembly Square is because I love the modular town sets. I've missed a few, and I'm going to go look at, like, aftermarket to get some of them. But, that one is 5 years old now, and I'm shocked that it's still around. So it's probably going to go out of production soonish. So I'd like to get it sooner rather than later. Yeah, the Colosseum is big. It's big. Any interest in the blacksmith kit? Oh, Kichi-kun. That's coming. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so, Kichi-kun. Let me see how this shows up on the stream. Ooh. Alright, the box is a little bit big for what I have set up, but that's not coming tonight. That is not coming tonight. It has lights in it. GC Rabbit, thank you for the cheers, the bits. Did I get the light set? I mean, I have these. Just sitting around. Not a rare guy. It's a medieval blacksmith set. I have that. That'll be for later. I can take those out now. There was a separate light kit you saw. I did not look at that, so no, I don't have that then. But it's not that big of a deal. I might even have enough of the parts. Oh, there's the tiles. There we go. And I need a 1x1. Yep. Alright, we got the shoreline coming. Need another one of these tiles. Now I do need this. And we can pull this out now. Okay. Get the little shoreline. Little quarter circle piece. It's fairly new. Mind you, I refer to pieces that came out like 20 years ago as new, because they weren't around when I was a kid. Alright, Lord Smappy, have a good night. Enjoy Earthbound, and sleep well. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. And thanks for the support in getting this going. I really appreciate that as well. Make sure that 1x1 is lined up properly. So I want to get like an articulated arm for the camera so that it's over my shoulder and you'd be looking down this way at the stuff. That way I'd have more space back, you know, out that way to put things. But, yeah, that's gonna come later. I need to look into that. I'd like to get a better camera than this one. It has some issues focusing. It looks okay here for now, but I'm a little worried about it focusing, like, over my shoulder. But that way I'd have a lot more room to build the Titanic, which will eventually get very, very, very big. Is bringing back so many memories? Oh, I'm glad. Alright, we need some of these little 1x1 tile pieces. And that needs to be on there just right. There we go. Couple more of them here. Make sure that they're flush, not at angles. And I would like to try to get more diffuse light. It will get titanically big, yes. Yes, it will. Little 1x1 flat tiles, which are fairly new as well. Alright. And we got a couple more pieces here. More 1x1 tile pieces and the 1x1 round tiles. That is a little crooked. There we go. A little obsessed with making sure that these are flush. That looks good. Will it get solar system big? Not exactly that big. Kind of surprised that there's no piece going right in there. There's a lot of nice transparent blue here, though. Or transparent light blue, I should say. Since that's what it is. Nope, that's not a tile. And you always get extras of a lot of these pieces, too, which is also nice. Lego scale model of the solar system at 1/1 billionth scale. don't think they could quite do that. Distances in the outer solar system are just astronomically large. And then we complete the base section here. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we start on some tree pieces, and we want one of these reverse arch pieces and a wedge. There we go. And that goes right here. Can't remember the scale of stuff at the Air and Space Museum, how far away that the last marker was from the museum. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is. You have to, like, if you try to scale out the outer solar system in a way that's comprehensible and, you know, a way that you can actually see it, then basically all the inner planet stuff is just a single dot with the sun. There's just no way to get them both. And that's one reason why the Spelljammer planetary positioning chart has two different sections. It has the inner, like the stuff for the inner planets and the stuff for the outer planets. And it's just a different scale, because it has to be. There we go. Alright. More of the medium green, I think. I think this is like... It's medium green or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Very bad at remembering all of the new color names. It still kind of blows my mind that we get green pieces, though. Because that was a big thing that they did not have for a very long time. Actual green bricks and blocks. Poor Pluto. Now we get, like, multiple shades of them and stuff. And kids today are kind of spoiled by LEGO. Yeah, you only had the green tree pieces and stuff. Like the actual trees, and then these leaf pieces a little bit later. If you're going to be a LEGO streamer, you need to bone up on your LEGO knowledge. Oh, look. I know quite a bit, sir. Sir. It only has a bright green and green. Yeah, so that's bright green. Okay. I mean, it's hard to keep track of some of them. You loved the neon green translucent pieces in the old space sets? Yeah, those were pretty nice. And then the orange. And they had the orange. Alright, where is the next piece that I need? Oh, there it is. I don't know the colors, though? No. That happens. There's a lot of colors. I mean, I guarantee you that if I was selling LEGO, I would know this stuff. Are there any Egyptian or Syrian sites that you want to make with LEGO? So many? Some of it's kind of difficult, though. Like, you'd kind of have to make, like, just the... like, for Petra. Just the Treasury building kind of thing. There you go, so that's where that's used. Only have the one. Well, I now have two, because I have two of this set. It's a lovely little set. It really is. Yeah, there they are. They're up here. That is not quite lined up. These are a little bit harder to line up than the 1x1 plates and tiles. There we go. Like, I will see a picture of a Lego set, like one of the ones on the Lego website, and it's like, there's a piece not pushed down all the way. Oh, the little tile pieces, or the 1x1s, are not quite straight. Ah. Ah. So triggering. How dare they? Alright. Got a little tree going over here. And a new flower piece. These are the old flowers, and I don't think there's any of the actual flower stem pieces here. But the old ones they had a single stud on top, but they were completely flat on the bottom. And you could flip them over depending on what you wanted your flowers to look like. I always kind of liked them with the studs up primarily. But you couldn't like put them down on pieces like this one is. So it is nice to get these, although I do miss the old ones. But the other interesting thing about those is that you always got 4 of them, and the plant stems had 3, so you ended up with tons of extra flowers. Always. I mean, there's going to be extra pieces in here, too, and I'll talk about that a little bit in a bit. I mean, these do allow for a little bit different, you know, flower design like that, stuff like that. Not limited to just the 3-stem flowers and things like that. Well, I thank you for that information, Ald. It will be put to good use. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Oops, I missed a step. That goes there. And that goes there. Brick-built trees look very nice, but they are so parts intensive. Ominously stated. That's one away. Yep, there we go. And then I need the little 1x1 slope pieces, which are very nice. Very useful. Flowers will be a great boon to you when you get your act together and build the Master Grade version Ka Nu. You won't do anything like go to a Lego store, misalign some sets, and then post the pictures. Well, those are all probably glued together, sir. So good luck with that. I wish you good luck indeed. Get that straightened out there. More little plant pieces there. Alright, we got one of my favorite things to do, a 1x1 brick with 1x1 plates on top. It is just a recipe for being misaligned. Looks pretty good, though. And then a 1x2 slope. You are heading off? Alright. Have a good night there, Zakad. Thank you for coming out. I really do appreciate it. and I will talk to you tomorrow, indeed. If you remember what time to arrive for. Yeah, an hour early, remember that. Yay, daylight savings time. And that is the last of the reverse arch pieces. Now we get to use a brown one of these slope pieces. Get that straight there. There we go. I gotta love it, yeah. I actually, like, cognitive scientists say that standard time is better. You want to make standard time the permanent, not daylight savings time. We'll see what happens. It'd be interesting to see what they have to say about, like, splitting the difference and just moving half an hour, but I don't know. I think that would be even harder to do than getting rid of DST. Or sticking to DST. Let's see, and I need another gray one over here. There we go. Oops. Now we need 6 of these little bits of green for foliage. I think they were all just sleepy that day. Well, apparently it was a surprise. It was a surprise vote. It was a voice vote, so that doesn't need, like, it's not a roll call vote. We'll see what happens. I doubt it'll get through the House. Yeah, it would lock daylight savings time, and there was there's some cognitive scientists saying that that's bad. Alright, let's see. So we got 3 of the yellow ones. Which I'm not sure if I actually have any of these yellow ones. I do not know if I've gotten them before. And then the orange ones. There we go. Got some flowers around here. And then I'm using... Alright, so there's a difference between these pieces, which are flower pieces. I don't know how well it's being picked up by the camera, but there's little notches, petals, like 5 petals. And then we just have a 1x1 round piece with a hole in the center, which is different from the 1x1 round piece without a hole in the center. But they're all used for different things. So that goes there. That one goes there. I need 5 of these things. One of them is over here. Yeah, none of them are on this section. Alright. Howdy, Peanut. How's it going? Alright, and just as I expected, the 3-leafed plant pieces, they go in the tops of those. There we go. Yeah, and there's 5 of them, so they go in all of them. Can't believe one day you get to see my hands. Does that mean that there's hope for face cam one day? Maybe. Probably not with regards to this. If it was anything, it would be like a RPG stream. Tabletop RPG. Alright, I got 4 of these that we need to put down. And 2 of the yellow ones. And let's go ahead and move some of these pieces over here a little bit. Okay, there's at least one more yellow one that I want to put in. Those aren't his real hands. He has stubby plastic claws. That's true, I do. I had to take human form to do this, so, you know. Alright, did I miss any? I don't think so. I think I got them. Yep, I did. Alright, brown 1x1 brick. Trusty old 1x1 brick. And these pieces, I think these first came out in the ninja sets, because they're basically bamboo pieces. They're like bamboo leaves on 1x1 cylinders. So you could stack up 1x1 cylinders, put these in, and have bamboo. Not that they ever gave you enough 1x1 cylinders to do that. I didn't steal someone's arms and hands. Don't go spreading the lies. 2x2 plate. Alright, now we have a sub-assembly. So we have the smaller arches, which kind of make a peaked arch shape as opposed to the full half circle that you get with these. And I need a 1x2 plate. There we go. One by 2 brick. Avatar tax takes on a whole new meaning? Rude. And this is an interesting piece. 1x2 plate with rounded ends and holes. They're producing so many of these now and using them so often. It's kind of ridiculous. They didn't give you enough bamboo. Well, they didn't even have the individual pieces at the time, so no, it wasn't even that. All right, go ahead and put that down. And then we get the leaves, which first showed up in one of my favorite sets, the Camouflaged Outpost, the very first of the Forestmen set, and I think basically the only big one that wasn't literally called Forestmen something. I don't think these were first there, but back then, this was the standard leaf design with a 1x3 plate. This is what you'd get for a branch. Of course, that set, these were black. They didn't have the them in brown. That came a couple of years later. I do want this 1x3 plate. And then that. And then some of these curved slope pieces. When you're taxing people on an arm and a leg, it's not supposed to be literal? Well, the good news is that it's not. I don't do that. So we have this nice little tree. It's a very, very small tree. It's not like the... Now, that said, Lego has some very small pine trees that are like yay tall. And then there were some bigger ones like that. Some round deciduous trees that were about the same tall. And then really tall so-called cypress trees. Man, I loved those. There was a time when I said that if Lego sold them as a separate part, as where you just buy a set of them, I'd buy 100. So they did. I bought 100. Vic of the Void raiding with a party of 7. Thank you very much. How are you doing? And what were you doing? Get that in there. Is that lined up? Yep, that's lined up. And then we get another one of these right there. There we go. So these are slightly different angles. Okay, another sub-assembly. Started the Moon Crash DLC for Prey. Pretty interesting so far. Ah, excellent. I think I saw Lethal play in that game at some point. And this is a fun little thing. So we're gonna get some like hanging vines kind of thing. Which one do they want this in? I want it in this one. These pieces were originally seaweed in the divers sets. Very useful, very neat looking. On the other hand, I got tons of those sets, so I have billions of these. Maybe not quite billions, but thereabouts. I have a lot, we'll put it that way. I have a lot. This is really chill. You don't need to pay attention at all, which is nice for background noise during work. Excellent. You'd like to see more of this in the future? I mean, I hope to keep doing this. All the seaweed. You know what they should make? A Lego Go set. I mean, they have chess. Chess is a bit more buildy. There's not a, like, not a whole lot to a Lego Go set other than your board, which is just going to be probably these 2x2 tiles with one stud there, laid out in alternating colors, and then 2x2 round pieces on top. So how much seaweed do you have? Yes. Pretty much. And those sets all came with, like, sharks and octopi and stingrays. I have a tub full of those animals. There we go. Next up, we need 2 of these smaller leaf pieces. It's supposed to go that way. Octopuses? Octopi! I don't care what you say. Go with octopi. Because it reminds me of pie. 1 measly ham shy of 300k. Well, I was thinking about putting on a ham redemption thing of choosing the next kind of goal. No making pies out of our octopuses, huh? Well, you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to make pies out of octopuses. They will just remind me of the word pie. And yes, these are different shades of... Actually, that would be this way. Brown. This is the newer brown, and this is dark brown. Can't remember what this brown color is called. But it's the new brown. All right, another sub-assembly here. Alrighty, and we need a 1x2 brick. There's not a whole lot of actual bricks in this set. Not a whole lot. It's nice that many of them are brown and green, though. Big fan of that. Alright, Bahamut Zero Dragon, thank you for coming out. I really do appreciate it. Have a good night. Well, it's a safe bet we're not going to get that much more built once this is done. I think I can build one other thing. That is going to be there, and we want another seaweed piece. I don't know what they're called, but I'm going to call them seaweed pieces, because that's what they were originally used for. There's a lot of that naming in LEGO parts. There's the infamous burp piece. Right, but see, they didn't... They're vines in this, but they originally were seaweed by pointing up. So they're seaweed pieces. Even if they're used as vines now, they're still seaweed pieces. And let's see, 1x4 plate, get a 1x1 brick, 1x2 slope. Get you a piece that can do both. Well, that's the fun thing, is when pieces can do multiple things, like the original LEGO vines, which they had a little ring at the top, and they'd go like a little curvy and then straight down, and a minifig hand could clip on that. That was the vine in green. Make it in black, put it in the hand, and now it's a horsewhip. Get you a piece that can do both, right there. Let's go ahead and do that. You keep doing that, not a rogue AI. I do not know what's going on with that. Good thing they didn't update Jane for the zoomer, or she'd have a selfie stick. Hey, a selfie stick would be a useful piece. Wouldn't mind it. Let's make sure that these are straight here. There we go. Now, I'm looking forward to the brick-built tree that's in the blacksmith set. That's a pretty nice one already. All right, another vine piece. You didn't do it on purpose. You're not 100% sure you're not a rogue AI now. Yeah, there's little things that are making us suspect. There we go, 1x3 plate, and 1x1 round tile. Some more leaf pieces. Calling itself not a rogue AI is exactly what a rogue AI would do. Are you sure? I don't know. I'm sure we can trust that he's not a rogue AI. I mean, it's right there in his name. It's right there in his name. I will say that I really do love that LEGO is embracing adult fans now. It's really nice. I really do appreciate it. There was a time when they did not. Like, they were a little... I think they were a little weirded out by it. And another sub-assembly. There we go. Put that right there on the top. And I believe that's going to be done. Yep. Plop that right there. And then we put the chimpanzees on. If we can get them in there. Alright. Screw it, I'm just going to put them on top. I could get them on one of the leaves, but I don't want to deal with that. Alright. Let me see how that is. Actually, make sure that... Oh, right. I'm not going to put the sticker on. There's a little tribute, Jane Goodall ethologist, that would go right there. I don't do that because I'm going to take this apart eventually and not do that. So it's a little bit reflective with the light that I have. But it's pretty cool. I really do like this little stream through there. All the brown and green. Pretty nice. It's very nice. Now to use the extra pieces. Sometimes I do, but, like, this is a lot of extra pieces. They did not used to give this many extra pieces. You would oftentimes end up with extra ones of these, because you'd get you get 2 of them on a sprue, and even if you used 1. So I have a little container of the sprue piece that was left over. And then of course like the flowers and stuff like that. But you would never get extra 1x1 plates, 1x1 tiles, that kind of thing. But yeah, you get a lot of extra pieces these days. Extra pieces? What blasphemy is this? No, this is good. This is a good thing, Dracophile. Extra pieces are good. The bigger question is, what do I do with them right now? Oh, I know. I was going to put them in a plastic thing, but easier. I got the box. Scoop them up. Put them in. There we go. Alright, so that is the Jane Goodall Tribute set done. Let's go ahead and perhaps put that up there. Time-wise, I think I can do another one. So, I got a city set. It feels appropriate to build this one too, because it also has a brick-built tree. Gives me some time to talk about some of the things that are in it. This is one of these. Push in, pull out. So let me go ahead and change up what we're working on. Give me a second. That is 6326. There we go. There we go. Okay, yep, that's empty. Don't need that. Put that over there. So, a sticker. I'm not going to use it. 2 instruction booklets. One thing that I do, like, to a certain extent, it feels like it's a simplification, separating out parts of it into 2 separate bags. But I will say this, one of the nice things about it is that it means extra pieces, because all of those little 1x1 tiles and everything like that, if there's one in here and one in here that you need, then there's going to be an extra one in each. Lots of extra pieces. I love me some extra pieces. We'll go ahead and start with this. And fun thing about this I noticed, back in the 80s and 90s, when they used 4-digit codes, it was also 6000 series was the town stuff, the space stuff, the castle stuff. So, the collector's value fell 90%. I don't care about that. I don't care about the collector value. Alright, so we're going to start with number 1, probably? Yeah. Alright, so this one, let me get that instruction booklet up. So we'll set aside number 2 and the instructions. I can get this built pretty quick. I don't even need one of the plastic containers. A lot of orange, though. That's nice. I can go on the floor. Oh, I'm just littering all over my house. There we go. I can go on the floor. Alright. Fun little pieces. I don't need the instruction booklet because I have... Oop, I might have bumped the thing. Alright. Let's see. Fun thing to talk about. Pitchforks. Ah. I love the Lego pitchfork. They used to be fairly infrequent in castle sets, and I would, like, always try to get a Lego set that had a pitchfork, because it would almost always be guaranteed to come with a, like, a peasant figure, too. So, it was always nice to get a pitchfork. I love me pitchforks. There are a few pieces that I am just, like, obsessed with. Pitchfork, Lego bicycles. I love those. Give me all of those. Is there a Lego witch burning? No, but you could make one. They had witches, and I have a lot of those sets. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and get to the first thing. That is going to be building the minifigs. Alright, the lady in her nice light blue outfit. And... not that face. You can tell it's a lady because she has lipstick. You don't actually have to use those lipstick faces. But if you don't have any hair, it can make it clear that the figure is a female. Where's the hair? I'm probably just completely missing it. No, it's not in there. Ah, yep, just completely missing it. Right there. So there she is. Now we do the groundskeeper. Need Lego shaving cream for authenticity, huh? This guy's he's got like gray eyebrows, so I'm assuming that he's a little old. He's got his baseball cap there. Nice dark green too. Different shade. Let me move this to the side, actually. Let's see. I can get these off. There we go. She can go up there. You can go up there. You get some bicycle hats, which is pretty neat. A magenta one. Always nice. My eyebrows aren't gray. Alright, so we start with a 2x3 plate. And, oh, okay, that's a new piece that I do not have. This connector for the wheels. Yeah, I have not gotten one with that is on a 1x2 plate before. You used to get a 2x2 plate with this on either side, so two of these together, of course, get you the same thing. And then there was a 2x2 plate with a 1x2 plate down, and I can't remember if this was centered or not, or if it was low, but that would be how you'd get it at different sides. So it's nice to get this. It's a new piece for me. Not sure when they came out. I haven't gotten that many Lego sets over the last few years, unfortunately. Get a rear light on that. Up on the big screen, you made it home. Welcome home. Now I'm noticing that this set of instructions actually has the pieces outlined as you're putting them on, which is interesting. I have not seen that. And a 1x1 tile here. Make sure that that is straight. Oh god, they both move. You haven't gotten Legos in like 20 plus years? Well, I mean, you can live vicariously through me. Robot arm. These originally came on the droid, the battle droids in the Star Wars sets for the Episode 1. And then a yellow crate, which I don't think I've gotten one of these in yellow. Certainly not many. And then we get the wheels on. No. Okay. Not any different. They're a little bit different than the bicycle tires, although they're very similar. It's probably going to be hard to show up, but they come up with spokes, essentially. They feel like they have spokes, but they're transparent as well. They're a little bit small, a little bit larger than the bicycle tires. Let's get that on. Yeah, Solarian, I decided to go with some Stellaris music. Just something to have on the background so it's not just quiet. Okay. Yellow bike. Not too long ago, I was thinking to myself, I probably don't have any yellow bikes, and then I looked at my set list, and no, there was a little tiny set that had like a mail carrier on a yellow bike, and I got 20 of them, so I do have yellow bikes. That's different. Those used to be solid. I don't remember about that. And you used to not have to put the wheels on yourself. I can use that piece to create a chariot. I could. Maybe. So, a bike, one of my favorite Lego pieces of all time. Get the little hitch on the back for the trailer. And a classic 1x1 round plate for a light reflector thingy on the front. And I skipped a step that I put the wheels on too early. Oh no! Whatever shall I do? There we go. So a nice little bike with a trailer. It's very nice. These little pieces here that stick out. Let's go ahead and disconnect this for a second. Yeah, this is a 1985-86 piece, which is pretty nice. So they keep it steady on a flat surface, but also you can put them in between studs on a plate. It's always important when they make pieces that work together like that. It's always nice. There we go. So we got our bike and trailer. Now for the little groundskeeper truck. Yeah, this is the other piece that I was talking about. So, is that on the center? Yeah, no, it's not quite on the center. So this is the old way that you had to, if you wanted to have these types of wheels, at like, you know, if you wanted to put it off center or something like that. I don't know why you would, but that would be how you do it. Or make it wider. This is how you had to do it. Alright, little bracket. And a red tile. Transparent red tile. Very nice. Always happy to get more of those. We have our orange piece, and these are just filler pieces. It's always interesting when they put in filler pieces, and you gotta wonder why they used certain ones. Because here we got orange 1x2 plates. You could put an orange 1x2 plate in there. I don't know why they used the tile. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'd much rather have the tile. So here's a fun thing. There are 3 different types of... Actually, hold on a second. Oh my god, there's 4. This is a new one. Newish one. 4 different types of these 1x1 plate with a clip. The very first ones were about half as thick in terms of... Like, it had the same grip size, but the plastic itself was about half as thick. Obviously, half as thick meant that they broke a lot. So then they came with ones that were thicker. Just a little thicker, but flat on the tips, rather than kind of sharp. But the problem with that is, and I don't have it here, there were walkie-talkie pieces that would clip into minifig hands, but you could swing them left and right through the hand. But once they made these clips thicker, just a little thicker and flat on the end, you couldn't swing them to either side and put it kind of, not flush, but up against the side of a vehicle. So then they widened that walkie-talkie, and then they made, but those clips still broke, and then they made these even thicker, luckily not thick enough that the walkie-talkies couldn't move. And now this one is not quite as flat. It's about the same thickness, but it's not quite as flat. So many different versions of some of these parts. And I remember when a lot of them came out. So, on top of that, you have this piece, and then back in the 80s, you had another clip piece where it was like a round part that you could put like one of these on like this, and on either side. And there's 2 different types of those. One is thin enough that if you put a plate here and a plate here, it's just thick enough in the middle that it's flush with the brick. So those are really useful. But then they came out with ones that were plate thick, because of course that thinner one was easier to break, and you couldn't do that anymore. And then never went back to the old one, even though it was genuinely useful, because of just, they break. I have a few of those broken. Nice little reverse slope piece. I'm pretty sure those pieces are still around, so I'll probably at some point have a set that I build. Some 1x4 plates. One by one plates for the tail lights. Again, not using the 1x2 tile that I was kind of expecting. Some panel pieces. And this is another change. These used to be I don't know if they picks up on the camera, but they're rounded. They used to be squared off like these. I think they just made them rounded so that when they're like this on the floor and you step on them, they don't hurt quite as much. That's my guess. Of course, that does mean that when you're putting them side by side, there's a little bit of a round gap there. But it's not a big deal. Because that's what you guys tuned in here for. All of the LEGO facts. So a 1x4x3 window frame here. Very different from the old ones. The old ones would have a little clip on the top and bottom on each side. Only on one side, not on both. Which did mean that you couldn't put them flush up against a wall like this, kind of thing, unless it wasn't flush on the other side. But those were for shutters. You could put the shutters in, close them up, kind of thing, but they also tended to break pretty easily. There's other differences with those, but when we get to windows that are more similar to that, I'll discuss some of that. More orange slope pieces, and now the headlights. Little round 1x1 plates for the headlights. Classic steering wheel. It's been around forever. Okay, I see why they put in the tile there, and that's so that the minifig, whose butt is rounded, so it doesn't hold quite as well, will stay in there, but pretty easy to pull out. So that's why that's in there. But there's no real need for that one down there. They could have used a 1x2 plate. Green brick there. And a fun little rounded piece here for the front. Very nice. Classic windshield. Has not changed much in a very long time. The original one had 4 studs on the top and was flat on the back. I can't remember what they had on the interior, because I don't have many of those. That was a little bit before my time. But I'm pretty sure that most of the cars that I got back in when I was first started buying or getting Lego had basically this piece as it is, with the little bites out of the there to fit the hands, so that the hands fit there. Just 2 studs. That's enough to hold something on reasonably tight, but also you can pull it off pretty easily. Always nice to get more of those. And get the front wheel piece here. With the wheel, which is different. It used to be, I think it used to be that you could, it was big enough that you could put a plate on there, but not anymore. Lego is the #1 manufacturer of tires in the world by number. These haven't changed too much, although I think there's a notch in there that's new. Remember that. And we have an extra wheel and an extra tire. There we go. And another one of these tiles, which does give it a nice rear top light, I suppose. Alright, there's going to be some plants going in to the back with one of these funny little vine pieces. And Ferrero Rocher uses 25% of the world's hazelnut crop every year? Dang. Yeah, it's cute. It's really cute. It's like a little tuk-tuk or something. I think that's what those are called. I can't remember. A little flower fits right in there. Put that right there in the back. Put the pitchfork there on the side. Get the little light for the top, which, interesting thing about this, so it's this round globe piece, bulb piece, but with a pin, and there's actually a hole there, a pitchfork to chase Jane Goodall away. So obviously this pin is new compared to what I'm about to mention, but this originally, the shape of it was one of the light and sound pieces. You'd get either a 1x2 with 1 globe light, or a 1x4 with 2 globe lights, and that was just white light, a little light bulb in there with white light. But then if you wanted like red lights or like red and blue for a flashing ambulance or fire truck, you just put the little globe pieces on top. And it's basically the same shape now, but has this pin in it to fit like that. But it's interesting that they're still using basically the same shape, even though the original use is most definitely no longer in use. And this is where the sticker would go. But I'm not going to put it on. And then we get the shovel on this side. Also a classic tool. And there we go. Little groundskeeping truck. Spare pieces. And we get up the second one. So we're going to build the little park set. Yes, I'm going to take it apart later. I don't keep them together. If I put the stickers on, I just got to take the stickers off later if I decide to use that piece for something else. Alright, so first up, the little kid with the shorty legs. First came out for the Hobbit sets, I think, if I remember correctly. He's a very happy little kid. Get his popcorn hair on. Do I have, like, Tupperware containers full of Lego parts? I have, yes, and for parts that I have a lot of, like basic bricks, like 1x2 green, red bricks and stuff like that, the Container Store, at least a number of years ago, they had clear plastic shoe boxes. Really good for that. They stack really nicely. They're transparent, so you can see right inside exactly what pieces are in there. And it's great for the large-scale numbers of parts that you have sometimes, for like, especially basic bricks, basic plates, that kind of thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the little park pieces. We've got another brick-built tree, which is always nice. Another one of these reverse arch pieces. Are there two of these? Yes, there are. So, there was a classic arch piece like that, but reverse. So now you can do this and take another one, put it on top, and get a very nice, smooth, circular section. It's very nice to have that kind of evenness to it. And I don't think I have any of the parts that would fit into this smooth opening either, unfortunately. This one goes here. Got kind of this toffee-colored piece here. There is that Lego NES set. I never did get that. That is a pretty nice one. Nice little park bench pieces here. Plate to connect these two up. Or a tile to connect these two up, I should say. There we go. More bench pieces. Apparently right now, for 230 USD, you can add it to your bag. Yeah, I might get it. I might get it. We'll see. I mean, as much as I would like to get every Lego set, almost every Lego set made right now, some of them I'm not interested in. I can't. Don't have that much money. I wish I did. There's a tile. It's a pretty nice little park bench. Really like the way that comes out. It looks really nice. And then we have some flowers. Ald still needs the old castle set with the green dragon too. Excuse me? I have those? I have a lot of them? I actually have more of the black dragons, though. I get a red flower for this one. It goes right on there in the little planter. Pretty sure you said you didn't. I mean, it may depend on which castle you're talking about, but I have a lot of dragons. Really, really wish you could get a bunch of knights. Yeah, they need to make soldier packs. It's nice to have these Technic pieces as a little hole in the tree. Show us your dragons? I will eventually. Oh, not a rogue AR. Are you talking about the NES set? I'm talking about the... Like, I have a lot of castle sets that have dragons. I don't have the NES one. And yeah, there are different... I mean, the dragons were in many different sets. Soldier packs and nobility packs so you can recreate some CK2 scenes. Always fun. There's a 2x2 brick there. More of these very lovely colored pieces. Kind of a nougat color. Again, can't remember what they're called. Many of the pieces are named things that I would probably not name them. Name the colors, I mean. But we get this adorable, adorable little black squirrel. It does have little painted on eyes. Put him in the tree there. My lord, it's a horse! Hey, this is your liege, Glitterhoof! There we go. At the top of that tree. It's a little bit different way of doing the leaves for this tree compared to the other one. Little hook piece, and you can top that off with one of these leaf pieces. There we go. And a little painted on acorn. Not sure if that's getting picked up by the camera very well. Put that on the leaf. Now here's a question. If you were going to make Glitterhoof in Lego, which colored horse would you use? Black, white, or brown? Actually, they want it that way. White for he is a pale horse. And we get another acorn on that leaf there. And then the other little squirrel, you can see his little eyes. Maybe, depending on how it's being picked up on the stream. one reason why I got this is because this little guy specifically reminded me of Merv the Squirrel from Dark Side Detective. I think it's Merv. No, Merv is the... Is it Merv? Yeah, I think it's Merv. God, I can't remember. And there goes the plant piece. Should build a Dark Side Detective scene with Lego. I'd have to turn the head around so you can't see any face details. And then there's a pizza box. Delicious pizza. This little squirrel knows how to live. He's ordered pizza. And then the little boy can hold an acorn. Feed it to the try to feed it to the squirrel. There we go. It's pretty cute. Some good pieces, especially if you're looking for more leaves. 2 squirrels, different colors. Cups, a pizza box, always nice. Little kid, of course, the bicycle with the cargo thing, the little trailer. Go ahead and put this lady on. Give her a helmet. She loses her hair. That's okay. It's just a wig. There we go. Helmet doesn't feel quite right. There we go. Alright. And, of course, more extra pieces. What do we do with those? For now, into the box they go. I will deal with them later. Alright, so, this has been a fun stream. I love the squirrels. Yeah, they're adorable. Look at these little guys. See if I can get that a little bit closer so it's not quite as... It's so cute. I got it, like, primarily because of that and, you know, the bicycle. And this is a cute one, too. Pitchfork. So yeah, a few good pieces in that. An extra tire you can place in the median of your Lego city. Yeah! Exactly. You can create a little tire swing out of that your minifigs can't actually use. Alright, so that actually took me to 2 hours exactly. Just about. A little bit more, actually. But yeah, pretty fun. We also had our minifigs. So I did like doing those on camera as well. Howdy, Seal and Mortar. This was a super fun stream. You love this? Excellent. I'm glad. I definitely want to try some different things. I have 2 sets for another test stream if I decide to try and do anything else. I have a little construction vehicle. It's pretty small, it'll be pretty quick. See, I'm definitely old enough to build it. 4+. And I also have... Don't knock over my water, please. Now you need to figure out that castle set. So, a horse. We were talking about a horse. So I got that for another time. And then, of course, if I can get a little bit better angle on a camera, I have, of course, Medieval Blacksmith. It's a big box. It's a big box, even if I put the stuff off to the side. It's a little bit bigger than the scene. But, so I do want to try to get an arm for the camera. Maybe have that kind of focus down this way a bit more. 4+, what's that in Dragon years? It's, more than 4. So I want to thank you guys for coming out. This was a lot of fun. I had a great time doing this. Will the Spelljammer crew get to meet the plastic blacksmith? No. No, they won't. But yeah, so the blacksmith set I want to do when I get the arm, test out how that looks, and then we'd move on to the Titanic. Let me tell you, the Titanic box, if I put that on here, it would be up to here on the camera. It's gigantic, and it would not, like, it's bigger than this. It's massive. It's massive. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I think we'll call this a stream here. Next time, of course, we'll get to a couple more of these guys. These are fun. I like doing that, getting some predictions at the beginning. The wide-angle lens. The problem with the wide-angle lens is that it might be a little bit iffy on how it looks. So, anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming out. Do leave some feedback on the Discord. What did you like about this? What would you like different? You know, there was some concern about shadows, but it's pretty good. It's really the light where I have it right now, is pretty good with not much shadow. I mean, there's a little bit, but it's really not that bad. The only problem, like right now, is that to show you guys, I got to do this, and then you can get some pretty good glare from it. So I'd like to do something a bit better in terms of that. Yeah, shadows were not a problem. It was more the reflection that I'm worried about. So I want to thank you guys for coming out, and I think that we'll do this again next Friday. I might the light that I have does have some different light settings. Let's see. Let me get something out. So it'll color correct. But the problem with some of these is that it actually is a little bit harder for me to see the parts and everything. So I kind of like this light best. I need it. I think more diffuse lighting is better. But I'm not sure what I need to buy for that. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming out, and we'll try to do this again next Friday, I think. Yeah. So we will be back tomorrow for more Spelljammer. We'll be back on Monday for more Super Robot Wars. You meant Diffuse by Softer, got it. And next Wednesday, we will be back for more Super Mario RPG. And then, of course, Friday will be Minecrafting and Legoing again. Thank you guys for coming out. This was a blast. I will be putting the video up on YouTube, so do take a look at that when that happens. I have no idea what the thumbnail for it will be. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.